And welcome to Thursday Freezies, because sure enough, the temp dropped again. But it's the global warming. I was halfway tempted to call it Thunberg Thursday or whatever, but then again, at the same time, her new sport is going to different countries, being jetted everywhere to be arrested. And, like that, now she's into the whole, Palestine thing. And basically, it's another case of what we have. It's another outbreak of something we have out there in the universe called professional protesters. Everybody's a professional at something, especially if it's useless. You have to love it. My favorite one is someone, it's just weird to me how easy it is for people to adopt titles. I've been seeing this my whole life. Like, somebody snaps a couple pictures of a daffodil with their phone and suddenly they're a photographer. It's like... Or... I self-published my own book on Amazon, so now I'm an author. It'd be kind of like that guy from, what was that stupid movie? Oh, sheesh. American Beauty, or whatever the hell it was. That one with Kevin Spacey. The guy, photographing the bag. I directed that bag, so now I'm a filmmaker and director. It's just, used to be you had to, actually have some experience with things. You just had to... It's not that you're not an author in your own right, but I just love when people use it as a title. Or you're not, sure you like photography, but look at all the experience and training a lot of people went through just to be a photographer back in the day. They had to use things like film. Yeah, we didn't have digital video cards and all that back in the day. Yeah, but yeah, Peter Parker does that as a profession. So in a way, he's earned that title, you see. But it just amazes me how easily people are adopting titles now. It's just... It freaks me out. Like, it used to be if you just, you put on your favorite costume, went to a convention, you were just a fan. Now you're a cosplayer. And now you have professional cosplayers. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but if you're doing something to make money, is there really any entertainment or fun in that? I don't know. It's just weird to me. What got me was, I'll never forget one convention, and like I said, this is why, you've got to be careful when you're inviting guests, especially to a con, because this was years ago, and they invited a professional cosplayer as a panelist or as a guest. And sure enough, every time I walked by their desk, and I walked around that con a lot that day, it's one thing I'm still good at is walking. Thank you to my primitive primate ancestors for going bipedal. And every time I walked by there was no one there, because basically they got a free pass to the con, and that's what they were doing. I won't give any names or anything like that, because this was years ago. But I'm like... But then again, I'll never forget also, there was a certain other guy. Now, here's the reason. All right, remember back in the day, if you were at San Diego Comic-Con, they allow a certain number of press. Now you have to have qualifications to qualify, to be a press person, because you had people adopting the title as press. They'd set up a YouTube channel or something like that, or a website, which, if you know what you're doing, it's basically free. Then they declare themselves a press agent for that website, and they were getting free passes to San Diego Comic-Con. Well, yeah, I gave up on the whole Ingrid thing. I just let that go. Besides, it's like it's not worth holding a grudge over. They have their views, you have yours, and I've always grown up with the saying: if you can't take a joke, you know, let's just say the next two words begin with F and Y. And sadly, that's also become a trend in our country where if people are offended by something, it should be criminal. And I'm like, that's why you're never, ever, ever going to have good comedy movies, the ones that will stand the test of time, like we did years ago, because everyone's going to be too afraid they're going to offend someone. And I'm sorry, but you know, like I said, it's not there's anything wrong with cosplaying or anything like that. It's just now you have professional cosplayers, and I'm like, and that's one of the reasons why I keep doing this channel, because a lot of people seem to turn it into a money making venture. They think that now I'm an influencer. And you wouldn't believe how much I see that word get thrown around. And sadly, there are a bunch of these younger guys who do make millions of vids and millions of dollars, and then of course they run around in the world acting like total jackasses. Ugh. Like that imbecile who wrecked a McLaren, a car I will never own, yet I ain't going to tell you how much I make in a year, but I work my ass off for it. This guy, he's sitting there in like a $200,000 car with his phone just in the same position mine is in now. Other hand on the wheel, heavy rain coming down. And he's on camera this whole time, streaming live. Then has the nerve to try to tell the cops he wasn't being distracted by anything or like that when they're taking down the police report. I'm like, dude, you do realize that every single thing you just did in the last few minutes is on camera? And why this person is not sitting in a jail cell for reckless operation and, vehicular endangerment and a bunch of other things is beyond me. Because I guarantee you, this dude, if he wound up in Gen Pop, let's just say that his anal integrity was not going to remain intact for very long, because we're talking an arrogant douchebag. Ugh. And, all I know is this: I'm going to die laughing the day YouTube does finally go under. Companies rise, companies fall. I don't think it's going to happen anytime in my lifetime personally, because what few years I have left on the planet. But they're going to be running around scrambling in a panic because the big fat money source is gone. Well, that's right. They'll just go to OnlyFans. Oh, goodness gracious. That's another thing. Somebody who does illicit, films and calls himself an actress. Wait a minute. You're engaging in something that every other human being pretty much can do that we don't talk about in public, but you're doing it for the public, and now you're an actor or actress. All right. We won't go any further into that realm. I know I'm not saying all cosplayers are evil or anything like that. I just said it's weird how we've got adopted titles for everything. Saying they're all people just like us. There's good people and there's bad people, and there's people who fame goes to their head and they go crazy. Yeah. But speaking of psycho behavior, sorry, it's just what Lady G just said. I walk in, I pretend I'm friendly. I'm like, Yeah, and then you gab with them for an hour and a half. Okay. Yeah, a lot of guests already popping up for Chicago TARDIS. Net Badland's coming back. I'm probably gonna have to get a photo and an autograph. Like I said, maybe this year, it'll be in the cards. It's just, I try to budget that out a bit, because otherwise I'd go hog wild. And yeah, TikTok and the whole thing with Trump and all that. Well, a lot of people don't realize that TikTok was forwarding a lot of information back to China. And this is not propaganda. This is not fake. This was happening. Now, allegedly, they're putting safeguards in place, but the problem is going online these days is the same as I've been getting a little wheezy in the morning. Can you tell? Sorry about that. It's just the weather popping up and down is really screwing with my allergies in my throat. But it's the same as if you walked out of your house every day. Something could happen to you. Tell me about it. Ask Lady G. I get anxiety and I don't ever want to leave the house. Usually when I'm off. I'm a homebody. I don't like going around everywhere. I don't like going out. I haven't been to a bar in so long I can't even remember what one looks like. Hell, the one bar I used to frequent's already been torn down and gone for over a decade back in the day. Oh, man. But yeah, you take the same risk when you go online as if you get up and walk out the door every morning. It's, somebody's out there is going to grab your information. You're going to, oh, heck, I haven't even checked my email in I don't know how long. I'm going to have to do that. I don't even want to know what that inbox looks like. Sheesh. Because I rarely use it anymore. It's, like I said, I'm not running a business here. I just do this for fun, and it's a hobby, and that's it. I'm not out to make money. I'm not out to make fandom. I'm not out to impress anyone. Yeah, a lot of people, I did have someone bring up a long time ago. It's like, dude, how come your hair ain't combed? How come you look like that? I said, because I'm going to work, not to a fashion show. I'm not here to impress you. I'm sorry, but yeah, I wear the clothes I wear because I know I'm going to get dirty at work. Not like, some folks I'd seen back in my previous plan who walk in a brand new set of clothes. I don't care how many Jordan sneakers, and yet they walk out at the end of the day with the exact same clean clothes and clean shoes. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? It's like, I know it's sorry to hear about Carl Dean, and also I learned a trivia fact. Um, It was Johnny Cash who originally brought Dolly onto the stage at the Grand Ole Opry when she was 13. I had no idea. That was something new I learned. And I believe that's where she met her husband. It's little things like that you learn, little moments, things that could have happened, things that didn't happen. It's what I'm saying is every day you go out there, you are taking a risk. It's life. Like right now, I got some bad news for you. I don't want to be a downer, but they're finding out that there were big ass things that's more than just one big thing that whapped into the earth and killed the dinosaurs. I heard they found a crater somewhere in sheesh. I want to say Antarctica, and they said that thing's like 100 and something million years old. It's way older than the one that killed the dinosaurs, from what they can estimate. And now they're thinking the Younger Dryas period that led, basically the end of the Ice Age might have been caused by a meteor collision. So, all I can say is keep your eye on the sky. Apophis is coming. Well, Apophis isn't a global killer, but like I said, it's there's going to be a lot of changes on this planet if it does hit. Let's just say if you're living west of the Rockies or east of the Urals on the other continent, you're going to have a bad day. And also, it's not going to be just that. It's going to cause some major repercussions. And that's one thing we're not ready for. And, it's like everybody's so worried about who worships who, what color their skin, and all that, to look up and realize, guys, we're just on a little ball of rock flying around the universe. And we need to be more worried about, what's going on, as a whole race, as a whole people, as a whole community, as a whole planet, than these petty squabbles we're still involved in. Oh, well, I just looked at the time. It's about that time for me to run it in, so please be kind, be calm, be safe, enjoy the rest of your day. I got to start freezing my way towards the door. Well, then again, given the fact that some of the ground out here is iced over just a bit, which made the drive fun, it's not bad, but still, you got to watch out for it. I'm going to start, doing my Peggy Fleming towards the entrance. So, anybody remember who Peggy Fleming is? I only remember because she popped up on a video yesterday. Okay, take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see y'all tomorrow morning.